Okay, everybody, it's a new day. So today we're gonna glue these pieces together, glue the back together, glue the base together and screw it all together and let the glue set up. You gotta do this step, let it set up, and then you can do another step. But the problem I'm having right now is I went ahead and rechecked my holes, and I'm a little shallow, so I messed up on my measurement. No big deal. So I already have this 3/8 bit with a stopper on it. And it's already set because this is what I pre-drill, like my screw holes, which you'll see a little bit later in the video. So I'm gonna go ahead and just run over all these and make it this depth. And then that way, whenever we cut our dowels, then we know we got the right size. So let me do that real quick. It's that simple. Now you're deep enough. Okay, I had a bunch of extra dowels from, I've cut a lot for the other chairs, and I was trying to use the pieces, so that's what made me think about checking it. So it's good to check your hole, and I was a little too shallow. So we need 11 of those. Hopefully I got enough dowel. That's why I was trying to use what I had leftover pieces. We needed 1.2, but we cut it to 0.7, so that'd be 1.4. So we're 1.32. So we know for a fact that now it won't keep the boards from joining together. So let's try to see if we can cut enough out of this. How many did we need? 11? Yep, 11. Okay, so we got our 11 right here. I just put this, I know a lot of people have that vise on the table. I don't have that. So I put some of this strip on here, and then I use it as a clamp like that to clamp stuff. You can use C-clamps like that to put a board up there if you want to plane it or something. So it's a pretty good idea I have. I'm going to end up running it all the way down the whole bench so I can have that when I need it. So let's set this right here. We'll set this right here and we'll get this glued up. Okay, I got a damp rag just to wipe the glue. In case we have some squeeze out, it just helps clean it up. Get my hammer, couple clamps. That's where those bevels come in handy. Okay. Going to try to get as much glue out as possible. And that's one thing about this too, is if the seam doesn't fit up perfect, it's not the end of the world, because we're going to route that out anyways. And then there's going to be tile in here, so it don't have to be exact. And it don't really matter about getting all this glue out either, because like I said, it's going to be under the tile. So I just, out of habit, I try to remind myself to do that. Remember, we didn't joint these seams. So, I mean, sometimes just the board itself, if you want it perfect, you can join it. But like I said, we end up routing this out and putting tile with wood glue. I mean, Gorilla adhesive glue. So that helps bond it together too. So, and we do it on the inside and on the outside. So that's gonna, it's really not that important for them to totally match up. I just try to. That's the only thing. Okay, so that's the side right there. So set it to the side. Let that one dry, and then we'll work on this one. I need to get some more of those ruler clamps. I'm using Tight Bond 3. I just buy it by the gallon jug, and then I keep refilling up this little squeeze bottle. You know, the material's not that expensive in this. It is a lot of work, but if you're building stuff as a hobby like I do, and it's a fun project, especially if you get your wife involved, and it's a husband-wife project. But yeah, your time's worth something. But patio furniture is so expensive. I mean, it's like super expensive. Now, of course, if this was out in the sun, I don't know if I would have stained it this dark color, just for the simple fact that gets really hot. But since ours is undercover on our back patio, that's why I went with the dark. So you can, decide that on your own, on what you want to do. squeeze it up. Get some love taps. Closed up. Wipe up. Want to make sure that it's down flat. See that it's touching on all of them. Set it to the side, let it dry. Okay, so next is going to be the back. So we got to come over here and find all of our pieces. So we know we need the 2 2x6s like this. Remember, our square end goes in, round end goes out, goes like that. Then we need all of our pieces with the pocket holes. Some glue. Okay. Some more clamps. Okay, on this one, we planed them all, so it should be pretty close. So what I like to do is I like to go ahead and glue it, and I don't measure this. I mean, you can. I just evenly space it just by eye. The biggest thing is when you put this clamp on this end, that this is all flush. You put the clamp on this end, this is flush. Then you just evenly space it. So what I do is I just take and I put some glue on this end, put some glue on this end, like this. Now this, when you go to, once we get it clamped together, we do want to try to wipe up as much glue as possible, because this one is definitely, you're gonna see it, so you don't want to see glue in there. Okay, like so. Like I say, you want to push this flush on this edge here. Tighten. Come over here. Make sure it's up against it. tightening. Make sure it's flush here. That's the main thing. And then I just eyeball that in the middle. And then I try to put my clamps to where it's holding it, but I can get my screws in without moving my clamps. Now this is the one you want to spend some time, at least on this back, of getting all this glue out, because that's going to be seen from the back. The other side, it's, you know, you want to try to get it all out. It's important, but it isn't that important because a cushion's going to be up against it. So, all right. So I usually let the glue set before I put in the pocket hole screws, for the simple fact that I've done it before, and it's when you put the pocket hole screws in it, sometimes when it goes in, it makes it raise up, and then it kind of messes up your alignment. So, and like I said, you don't have to plane these. I've got a couple of them out there that I didn't plane. I don't know, it just makes it look a little better. So you want to take your sharp end, and you just want to dig it in there like that, and then wipe. I just help bring it out of that groove to where if you cock it at an angle a little bit, it helps push it out of there. And then you just wipe it up. And I mean, it's not, it might not be perfect, but it helps. Okay. And then we want to do the other side. See, it still didn't come out totally perfect. I gotta hit this board down some so it'll, see, that's what I was trying to prevent. Try to wipe in between here and get as much of the glue out as you can. Should make it pretty flush up there. Okay, that should be better. Let's look at it. Oh yeah, that made it a lot better. So I leave that one alone. We just let it sit there and let it dry. And then I'll come back and put the pocket hole screws in there. And then of course we put dowels in there, glue them, trim them so you don't see the pocket holes. So, okay. Now the next one, let me set this up where we can see. The next piece we're gonna glue together is gonna be the base, the seat. So we don't put a whole lot of glue on that. We just put a little bit on certain spots, but you'll see what I'm talking about. That's one of the problems with building this chair. It takes a little bit of time because, you know, you gotta cut everything out. Then you gotta like cut the angles on pieces. You gotta sand it, then you gotta stain it. Then you gotta glue pieces together. And then once those dry, then you gotta route some stuff. Then you gotta put the tile in there or your decorative piece that you want. You gotta let that dry. So it's just like, it just takes days. You can't build it all in one day. So that's the only thing bad about this project. But like I said, is we're not building them to sell them. We're building them to, which you could, but we're building them as a husband-wife project. Yeah, I work on it more than she does, but whenever she is home and she's not working, she does come out and help me. Okay, these are all the, I think they're 2-foot pieces. We'll check that in a minute. So you need, I think it's 9 2-foot pieces. Let's look at our list real quick. Yeah, 9 2-foot pieces. So we need to get 9 of those. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We'll double check. Yep, 2 foot. Okay. And then we need the 1-foot 5 pieces. We need 3 of those, but remember it's the ones that aren't, they are not rounded. So it's this piece right here. Oh, I'm sorry, it's 2 foot on end, and then it's 1 foot, 2 foot 1.5 pieces in the middle right here. Right there, right there, right there. 3 of those, but they're not the rounded ones because the pieces up here for the sides are rounded on each side there. So these are the just plain Jane pieces. So we need to get those 1 foot 5 and 2 foot 1.5. All right. So there we go. So here, this one goes here. And once again, you can measure this. I just eyeball it for the center. We just put a little bit of glue on here, just to help it. And this piece, this is the bottom where the cushion is, the seat cushion. So it's not really, you want to try to wipe up as much glue as you can, but it's really not the end of the world if you don't. It's not the end of the world on any of it really, because it's just like I said, it's a patio chair. It's not antique fine furniture. Okay. Now when I do put the clamps on this, I do leave it to where I can measure across and try to get it as square as possible. You know what, let's go on the edge like this. So that way we know. No, we don't want to do that. That's right. We do, because that way we can get screws in it. So we go up here like this, but just leave it up. Like that. On this clamp, you want to be careful because it'll leave a mark. So. Okay. Okay. Measure across, check for square. We're like 37 1/16. Ooh, 37 1/2. We're way out of square. I might have to swap these out. This one ain't quite long enough, so I'm gonna put this one here. Like so. Try with the big. This clip's got a little more surface to grab right there. Okay, now it's tweaking. Let's see what we got now. Oh, too much probably. It's 37 3/8. About a quarter. So it's not bad. It's only a 16th out since it's an 8th overall. Put it on the other corner, go back just a little bit. Oop, now we're way too much. 37 and about 5/8. What do I do here? Yep, went way too much. Put it back over here. Okay. All right, 37 1/4. $37 3/8. We're just gonna leave it there. That's close enough. So let's get our rag. Wipe up the glue. It's starting to dry already. A lot of this isn't going to be seen, so the only thing that's going to be seen is the front and the back. So it's really not that big of a deal. Make sure this is upright, like so. Hello? Yes, sir. All right, sorry about that. I had some phone calls. So yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and let the glue set up so that way whenever I drill into it, it's not moving around. And so I'll just have to get back with y'all when the glue dries up and then we'll finish putting this piece together.